is up? YouTube. Struggling a little bit right now. Yeah, I want to go back to bed. Alright. Right now, I can barely even see I woke up at 4, but I had some stuff to take care of this morning. After I got back in bed, it was way harder for me to wake back up, so I woke up at 4. I didn't even get out of bed till like 4:15, 4:20. And when you have 2 dogs, those come first. It's just really early and I'm struggling right now because last night after a full day, if you missed that was posted on my YouTube shorts. And I spent until around, I didn't settle back at my house until like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then I edited from like 10, or after I cleaned up and stuff like that, I edited from like 10:30 to midnight. And those were all my YouTube shorts and my TikToks that I've been sticking to posting every single day. And I've started to feel like I've become obsessed with staying consistent, and that's okay. If I commit to doing something like this, then that is what I'm going to have to do. And I also love doing this stuff, so it's never an issue. It's just that when I wake up this early, even with no sleep, it's tough. It's tough for sure. But hey, we're still doing it. I'm going to keep it short right now because, I'm already leaving later than normal. It's 4:56 right now, and I just need to grab my towel and hit the road. But I'm going to be splitting up this training into doing swimming in the morning, and I'm going to be going for a good hour-long run this afternoon. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here, and I will see you guys when I am more awake and caffeinated in the car. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, can you guys see me? YouTube? Let's do this thing. Can you guys see me better with this light? Oh yeah! I can see myself, so I think you guys can see me too right now. Anyways, it is 5:04 in the morning, and we are on our way to go for the swim. Man, I'm so tired. Here we go. And we're off. My dogs are upstairs relaxing while I go to the gym. But I get to drink one of these today because we had one in the fridge. Shout out to Alani if you guys want to sponsor a small creator like myself. I'm always looking. So yeah, we're doing the thing. As of today, this is coming up on the end of my T-22 weeks out. Did I even say the date? Well, in case I didn't, right now, it's Thursday, April 23rd, 5:06 in the morning. Part 2 of T-22 weeks out. Now, time to lock in for a very early swim. So I've been getting kind of inspired during the week, and I've been getting inspired by other people doing Ironmans and other triathlons that I keep seeing. And a common trend that I keep seeing from these people are that they are balancing life and a 9-to-5 job too. So that is really comforting to see and hear. And I hope that these videos also provide a little bit of inspiration and reassurance that I'm also aspiring to be triathlete, also trying to balance life. And I think that is another reason why I do everything extremely early, so that I have time for other stuff, like being an adult. So I also think I'm starting to get used to this route going to the gym, because before I would have to type in the directions on my phone, and now I'm good. You know, I record myself talking to you guys and documenting this early morning journey, but half the time I feel like I sound delusional. I actually just saw a TikTok the other day of this one girl that was talking about going on an early morning hour run or something like that, and she was saying that she sounds delusional in the morning, and I can't even imagine what you guys think is going through my head, because this is fresh out of bed, fresh mind, fresh everything. So I'm not even giving myself time to think, let alone think about what I'm gonna say. This is all coming off the dome, and it's all raw. Like, it's literally all raw. And that is so funny, because I had seen another video of this one guy that blew up on YouTube that was talking about how it takes a lot of time to, you know, think about what you're going to say, and to script what you're going to say, and, you know, have it all kind of laid out in a plan. I don't have a plan. My only plan is to go to the gym. My only plan is to go to the gym, and this is supplementing that. So I'm only just giving my 2 cents into what I'm doing, but not second guessing what I'm saying to the camera. Obviously, I got to keep it appropriate, family friendly, of course. But at the same time, I'm giving it how it is, and I'm showing you guys what it's like to wake up at 4 a.m. and go for a swim on my remote day. I could easily be waking up at 6, 7, maybe 8 o'clock a.m. because I don't even have my first meeting or call until around 8:30. So with me being up for 4+ hours before that, I don't have to be doing this. This is all a choice. And maybe that's going to lead, and maybe that's going to be my topic or quote of this early morning. And it's that it's all a choice. It's not, I'm not being forced to do this. This is all voluntary. And with this, filming and talking about my journey and trying to have us build a community, this is all a choice, right? This is all something that I know what I'm signing up for. I know what I'm doing. It's going to take a lot of effort, but I like that kind of stuff. And it only costs time. And time's all I got. And it's the most important currency out there. So yeah, I think that I for sure know that I probably sound delusional as heck to you guys. But this is the rawest form of content that I think that I can put out, and it's giving my 2 cents as I'm literally driving 5 o'clock in the morning to the gym. And I am, wanting to do this, and going back on what I talked about with everything being a choice. I mean, when it comes to work, I think that is a bare minimum. Having a job is the bare minimum, and everything you do after that. Working out for me has always been a standard. Sure, it's a choice, but it's a standard that I've held to myself for a really long time. And I think that if anyone chooses to work out or get into triathlon training or anything of that nature, it's to remember and know that it is all a choice at the end of the day. The sooner you realize that you're choosing to do something uncomfortable, like something like this, getting up early or going to working out, the sooner you accept and come to terms with it being a choice, you almost feel freer. I
think that's what helps me not feel like I have so much weight on my shoulders, because I know that this is a choice. This is a choice. I chose to sign up for an Ironman, half Ironman. I chose to have a gym membership. I choose to pay for it. I choose to pay for this and that. I choose to do this and that related to working out or waking up early and staying up late to edit videos, these videos, so that I can continue to grow our community on these different platforms, right? So it's all a choice, you know. And if anybody gives you crap for something that you're choosing to do because you love it, man, just like what I said in another video, it costs too much of your peace. Get rid of it. I definitely memorized this route because, look, I'm like 5 minutes away from the gym, and I didn't even have to pull up my maps app once. Oh, I thought our light was green. So yeah, guys, that is my topic, or I guess that is our topic of the morning. It's crazy because, yeah, 5:15 thoughts. And that is to understand that everything's a choice. Man, I feel more awake now. Oh man, if you guys saw how long of a day it was yesterday, or you guys did see, because it was a YouTube short. I posted on YouTube short, my YouTube shorts, and on TikTok. So yeah, T-minus 22 weeks out, coming to an end, along with today being 157 days away from Ironman 70.3 in Augusta, Georgia. I'm really starting to think I'm locking in on this swim, though. I'm seeing a lot of different people with different things that I can work on. I've seen videos on people talking about getting a buoy, a pool buoy, or like floaties, and swimming with that, but I don't think I need that. I think I'm doing pretty good. I'd rather just practice it raw. Maybe that also means I'm lazy and I don't want to go to the store and get one or order one. But I think that's my ego. But hey, on a more positive note, we do have everything else we need. You guys clearly see that. And I'm getting close to pulling up to the gym. So what I want to do is listen to some music, really lock in, excuse me, and get this work in, baby. Let's do this thing. Come on. So, gas prices are still up, and that's all right because I still have about half a tank left. Sidetracked because the gas prices are not getting any lower. With that being said, word of the day, quote of the day, because I'm coming back this afternoon to train again. It's to know that everything is a choice. Only you can choose what you want to work on and maybe not work on. So yeah, just got to the gym, about to get in there. I will film parts of it just like before, and I will recap when I get back into the car and talk about what I learned and what I could have done better, because that is what we are doing here, trying to find ways to get better, and maybe even we could start a cult of early birds. And then who knows, run club in the future. Hear me out. Like a 4 or 5 a.m. run club. Alright, that's a little extreme. But a guy can dream, right? So yeah. Okay. That's enough yapping. It is 5:19. About to get in there. Gonna start around 5:25, 5:30. I'm gonna stretch a little bit, get in there, and we will get this work in, and I will talk to you guys when I am done. What is up, YouTube? It is currently 6:43. I was thinking for the longest time that in a standard lap pool, down and back, was 100 meters. No, it's 50 meters. Duh. I was over here talking like I was doing this much. Well, there was a couple mornings where I did do at least 700 yards. That was, I think, accurate because my watch told me that. But this morning, my watch didn't catch all of my sets. Maybe it's because I was going down. So I was going 25 meters, taking a break, just trying to not touch the bottom of the pool. And I was doing super good. I did 10 sets of that. Down back, 10 times. And I thought that was going to be 1,000 yards in my head. I was like, oh man, 1,000 meters, 1,000 yards, perfect. But at the end of it, I think my watch did capture all of it this time. Because I think I kept it at 1 minute intervals. Along with, so I took 1 minute intervals, 1 minute breaks. And at the end of it, I counted 10 times where I went down and back, and my watch tracked that, and it said 500 meters. I was like, maybe I was calculating this wrong. And I typed it into ChatGPT and asked Siri and looked at Google, and they were all saying that standard lap pools are 50 meters. So I was giving the wrong information, so I'm sorry about that. I wasn't expecting to be giving that wrong information, but nonetheless, I did 500 meters in 30 minutes. That's a first. And maybe I didn't do 1,000 yards yesterday. I think I did 500 meters the other day. So I was wrong on that part. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah. I was wrong. My calculation was wrong. That's okay. We still showed up. 500 meters though. Down and back 10 times. I wanted to shoot for less than 30 minutes. And I was ripping. I felt like I was ripping. But it was my last set where I in my head I thought I was doing 1,000, but in reality I was doing 500 meters. In my head I was like, okay, I'm literally about to hit 1,000 meters right now. I'm gonna do this in less than 30 minutes. I had like 29 minutes in. I was 29 minutes in. I think I panicked. I went too fast. I didn't wait the 1 minute interval, the 1 minute break time I was taking. I said, screw it, I'm gonna go. You know, after taking like a 20-second break, and my body flailed, and I panicked in the middle of the pool, and I ended up having to touch the floor, and I got frustrated. But I finished the set, and that finished off my 500 meters. So, with that being said, I'm done. I actually got into the car around 6:30. It's 6:47 right now. And I took a while to edit this video because I wanted to post something on my Instagram story too. If you haven't already followed me on Instagram, it's the same like I've said in my other videos, @JesseVDuran. Same as my TikToks. You'll see my daily vlogs on there, daily routines, and honestly, a lot of stuff. I try to be as motivational and inspirational as possible. And I mean, I talk to the camera. I don't talk to the camera on my TikTok, but mainly I'm really myself here. So with that, almost 6:50, I am headed home to post up, and in the middle of the day, I'm actually gonna go on my 1 hour long run, and we are gonna take the rest of the morning to work. I gotta post up for work, eat, and then, you know, at the end of the day, edit my video. So yeah, let's do it. And there is nothing better than a good old sunrise. Hold on. Let's do it. Oh boy, I was ripping in that pool, ripping. I was kicking butt in there. I kind of felt bad because when I went in, I was kind of taking up the one lap pool I was in, and another two people, or there was another. So there's only 2 lap pools, only 2, long lap pools, and I was in one of them, and there was a lady in another one, and this guy came in and just went into the one that the lady was in, and I feel like he knew I was Ironman training. Ooh, nah, I'm playing. Hey. He probably thought I looked weird. He was like, this kid what is he doing? He needs to chill. And man, I hit back and biceps yesterday, and I think I strained my trap while swimming. My trap feels super sore. Yeah, and I gotta be careful for sure. All right. So, what did I learn? What did I learn about that 5 a.m. swim and all of the 5 a.m. swims leading up to now? One is, man, this is going to take a lot of work. 2, you need to go in there with an open mind, because you can't just go in there and think you're going to rip right off the bat. You need to go in there, accept that you're going to get humbled, and to take it slow. I think that's something that I have learned in the last couple swims that I've done. And it's kind of cool because when it comes to working out, or even just like doing weights, and when it comes to doing weights in any kind of form of working out, I have a habit of wanting to keep going. And that's not a bad habit to have, but when it comes to triathlon training, you need to be careful, and you need to know your limits, and you need to space things out. Just like myself, I don't have a coach. I'm coaching myself through this thing. And a lot of what I'm doing is looking at YouTube videos and TikToks and YouTube Shorts especially, and trying to get into the groove of, trying to navigate this thing on my own. And I'm trying to prove to myself that I can do something like this without a coach. It's probably going to be in my best interest that I get a coach, but at the same time, I have more fun doing it like this. I think that me focusing on this training, me recording myself and documenting the journey, it almost makes me want to work harder, and I never feel like I'm doing enough. So I think as I'm learning all this and telling all of you guys this stuff, hopefully this motivates somebody to go and do their own Ironman, and maybe even coach themselves. Or half Ironman, sorry, it's not a full. Hey, 70.3 miles, that's a lot. But yeah, so that's just me ranting. Well, that's just my 2 cents on not having a coach, and just self-coaching myself to do this. think I have what it takes to coach myself. I got ChatGPT. I'm playing. But no, seriously though, I haven't used ChatGPT for a workout plan, I guess, in a minute. I could always just have it spit something back at me and use that. But I think I'm still in the somewhat beginner stage. And I think after this week, I really need to sit down and make a plan for myself, which I will, and stick to it. I think the last 2 weeks, I've been trying to see how consistent I can be. Whether that's getting to the pool. It's the small things like that. Getting to the pool. Getting everything that I need to get done before work, or going to the gym twice. It's like the small, what do they call it? The soft skills? Soft skills? Yeah, I wouldn't consider it as a skill yet, but like the foundation of, starting and staying consistent. And then once you've gotten a little bit of experience doing something like that, where you've started, then you add that plan. But it's those little things where you don't really think twice about how important they are, but they really are if you want to manage all this training. For example, time management. Man, does this teach you time management. It's taught me a lot. And I think I mentioned in another video, I already had a good hand at time management, or thought I did. But at the same time, with managing my time on how to do all this training along with work and life, it's nice. It's good. It's good for you. It makes you feel alive, especially when you're doing something you love. And making time to do something that you love early so that you have enough time to focus on work, focus on other things, and to do this kind of stuff in your free time. My free time just happens to be at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. That's a lot of what I just try to give. That's a lot of where my free time lies, is early in the morning, because when my girlfriend gets up and my dogs get up, I need to be there and be present. And that's really important to them, so it's better that I get it done early, before the sun's up. So yeah, that is my thoughts, and a lot of why I do everything super early. So yeah, if anyone else out there spaces their free time in the morning, if anybody can relate, actually. Some of y'all might have kids, some of y'all might have dogs yourselves, partners, single, who knows who's watching these. But I'm in the category of balancing a lot, or it feels like a lot at times. And again, this is kind of like an outlet where I feel that a lot of what I'm doing is a lot of what people either might want to do or are doing right now. So, okay, y'all, it is about 6:59 a.m. and I need to get off the road right now because people are driving crazy fast. Man, just to get to work, huh? I mean, granted, I can't say anything because I'm working remote today, but still, man. Well, what was I talking about this morning in that 4 to 5:30 a.m. window? I almost forget that I'm even talking that early. And it's kind of nice being able to just talk that early. And then you kind of reflect on what you were talking about. And you kind of like, dang, that was a banger, man. on like things I said. But then again, like I was saying earlier, that I'm starting to remember now, it's like that's all raw thoughts, not scripted. Just I might think of something where I'm like, I might talk about purpose, I might talk about having drive and discipline and, you know, having a reason and showing up. And what was this morning's topic? I think it was everything's a choice. Yeah, everything's a choice. That was from this morning. You know, I think it's pretty cool to be able to reflect on that. And it's important to reflect on how you think and to reflect on things that you say. And I think that is something that I've been doing in the last 2-3 years. But I am almost to the house. It's 7:01. It definitely feels better that when I get home, I won't have to feel like I'm rushing to get a run in, and I feel like I can go home. You know, I might even take my dogs out. I might even take my dogs out on a walk, on a morning walk, just to keep my body up. And then when I get home, I'll feed them and myself, and we'll just go from there. I think this might end up being one of the first mornings where I don't try to push it as far as train. I feel intensely right after my swim. And this will be my experience in taking one thing at a time. So I'll be able to reflect on that a little bit later on after I go on a run. I don't think I'm going to come back to this video after my run. I'm definitely committing to going on an hour-long run later today. And if you're interested in seeing that part, that will be on my TikTok. So you'll know I won't be BSing or lying, because I will be posting it on another platform. I'm going to take it one thing at a time. I'm going to wrap up this YouTube video, and what I plan on doing the rest of the day is pull up to the house, take my dogs out on a good walk, you know, enjoy this morning sun, morning air with them, and post up, work throughout the day. In the middle of the day on my lunch break, I'm going to go for an hour-long run. After that, I'm going to post up, finish off the rest of the day for work, and that'll be that. And that'll be a wrap on the day. 7:06. I'm about to go in, and that will be a wrap on this video. Man, from 4 to 7, my 4 to 7 before that 9 to 5, that just hits different, especially when you don't miss and you start it off. That's a win. It is truly, truly a win, and it feels good. Is it dopamine? Is that what that gives you? I don't know. But hey, we're done. We started the day off with a win, and we still have a lot of work to do. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. In case you're new to the channel, my name is Jesse. I am T-minus 158 days / T-minus 22 weeks out from Ironman 70.3, Augusta, Georgia. I think that is going to be on September 27th of this year. And I will see you guys in a couple days. Peace.